Hey y'all, I'm gonna start doing a little thing called Things I Know for Sure. And when I say things I know for sure, I have verified these things through life experience, usually the hard way. So today I'm gonna say the thing that I know for sure is that if you ask God for help, He will definitely help you. But be specific. Because God will give you what you need, not what you want. And I mean that to say that at the lowest point in my addiction, when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was still having problems admitting to myself and to other people that I had an issue, a problem, and my life was unmanageable, I asked God to help me, and I was on my knees when I said it, and I needed it. I needed help. And I finally remembered that God is the truth, the way, and the light, and always walks with me. So I got on my knees and I asked God to please help me get my life in order. And He definitely did that. And when He did that to save my life, I ended up in county jail. That's not a place I ever thought that I would be. I had to serve an 8-month sentence, and so I did 6 months in county jail with all kinds of women that I never thought that I would be around. And I made up my mind in that moment that I was arrested, which was embarrassing, that I was going to come out of that experience better than I went in. And I did. I did not realize exactly how my choices had affected my life until I could take a step back, and that's a big step back, and look from the outside in. It was not an easy thing to do, and it was definitely not easy for me, because being in a pod of women of that size was horrific at times. So the day I got sentenced, I asked to be a part of the work program, and I went outside and I learned how to grow lettuce and harvest lettuce. And I did that every single day. And peppers and Confederate jasmine from seedlings. I'm not somebody that's usually someone who's good at the growing of plants. I usually kill them, but I did not this time. I found out that I hadn't laughed like that soul affirming, deep seated belly laugh that you cry sometimes because you're laughing so hard. That kind of laugh. I finally did that again. And it had probably been a year since I had really found anything funny or really anything at all to be happy about. But in that 6 months, I laughed. And I found out that most of those women are misunderstood and have been through horrific things and made bad choices. And I was one of them for 6 months. And I was changed when I came out in a good way. And I realized that when I asked God to change my life, to help me change my life, He had to show me from a different perspective what my life was and what it could become. And I'm blessed and thankful for that experience. I don't look at it as a bad thing anymore. In fact, I really think after the first 2 weeks, I stopped thinking about it as being bad. I had accepted it. There was no changing it. And I had to get through it. And so I chose to try to do it to the best of my ability. And it changed me for the better. So the next time that you pray, realize that God will always, always help you. He just might do it in a way that you hadn't thought of, and it might not be the way that you wanted it to be, but it's definitely going to be the way that you need it to be. So keep an open mind, because I know for sure that experience helped save my life.